Greg, what happens now?
Number one, this is all ridiculous. This is just
Us,
flat out.
the show?
Yeah, the show, the Lamar situation, not the show.
Okay.
The Lamar situation. He's an MVP that is arguably the most sought-after free agent, or should be.
Yeah, not really.
He's not.
And no one wants to sign him. No one wants that guy. This is ridiculous. But I actually think he signs the tag. Because when you think about it, all that can happen is that it hurts him. Like if he does not sign the tag, he's out a full year, plus the games that we saw him miss this year. The last person we saw do this was Deshaun.
Right.
It worked out in his favor because there was a team that desperately just wanted a quarterback and needed a change at that position.
But it doesn't necessarily look like it worked out for him as a player.
It doesn't look like it worked out for him as a player. That's what I was going to get to that. Financially, yes, but as a player, no. And when you think about the Lamar Jackson situation, like all these teams that quote unquote need a quarterback, they probably are going to end up with their guy in this draft. Right. So I think you play, and he's going to have to bite that bullet and go the Kirk Cousins route. Like we've seen it done. Unfortunately, it's come down to this. This is, in my opinion, the worst case scenario for Lamar Jackson. But it's one of those things that he's going to have to just buckle down and say, you know what? I bet on myself before. I'm going to play, sign the tag, possibly have to sign the tag again.
Right. Well, that's the other part, especially because they put this tag on him. The second tag, instead of being $55 million, it will be $38 million, which is very doable for them. So a couple things here. One is, part of the reason this hasn't happened is because if you sign Lamar to an offer sheet and the Ravens are like, all right, we're going to match, you still have to clear out that cap space, and the Ravens can wait 5 days to match. So when you're trying to go get free agents or whatever it is, it's not seamless. It's not easy. It's not like, okay, we'll clear out the cap space if we end up getting him. You have to clear out cap space for a player you might not end up getting. The other reason I think it's taking some time, and I'm not as certain as you are, is going to end back with the Ravens, is because there might be a team that wants him that just doesn't want this year's draft pick to be included. Because if you wait until after the draft, then it's the next 2 draft picks, which would be the next 2 drafts.
Yeah.
So there's one team in particular, Brew, and that's the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, whose owner talked about wanting Bryce Young, who wanted a quarterback in this draft. Well, what happened on Friday?
Yeah.
The Panthers jumped up to 1. So it looks like Stroud's going 1, Bryce Young's going 2, and the Colts are going to be sitting there at 4. Now, maybe they love Levis or Richardson, or maybe they wait till the draft their guy, non-quarterback, and then sign Lamar to a huge deal. I also think Detroit could sneaky be in play. What I don't think is that Lamar is signing a tag anytime before September. If he does sign it, I think he's missing everything up until right before week 1.
The risk there is that you go in there and you don't play well. It's a new coordinator. It's going to be a new offense. And like you said, he has to play well. If it were the exclusive tag and he was getting $45 million and then, like you said, 55, then that'd be a lot easier to sign. I'm not saying what you said made some sense, but I just think if I'm Lamar, first of all, I'm probably hiring an agent. All right. I think he needs to get an agent. So if he does wait, the agent will be talking to other teams.
Sure.
And trying to work out deals with other teams. That's where you see he's missing not having an agent. Then I would go to him, maybe even before you hire an agent, and say, look, you were offering me $133 million guaranteed. Why don't we do 3 years, 150, 133 guaranteed? Like, if they're giving 133 guaranteed for 5 years, maybe they'll do it for 3. So I think you got to, he playing on the $32.5 million franchise tag is risky. And then next year, you're not going to get a huge deal either.
It is.
Because he played, he had some struggles toward the end this year, and then he got hurt. But people know what Lamar is. Unless he comes out next year on the tag and plays like the MVP season, I don't know if it's going to change the market.
I understand what you're saying. There's just so much as a former player like that. I look into this situation and I see that is happening. And in my opinion, everybody's talking about the colluding and all of that. Duh, like that's
informal collusion is what.
But when I look at the stance that Lamar is taking, he's not just making this stance for himself. He is doing this for guys that are coming behind him. Like Deshaun Watson got a fully guaranteed deal. It's ridiculous, and they restructured that. We just saw that. But that was Deshaun and a team that was desperate to make a splash play for a quarterback. Lamar Jackson, with the style of play that he plays with, makes this stance, and some team, Baltimore Ravens or anyone, guarantees his full contract. You are going to have quarterbacks, receivers, everybody's going to start doing it. And owners do not.
That's exactly why this is happening.
100%.
All right, we'll move on to Jalen Ramsey. Now a Dolphin. Here are the details. The Rams get the 77th overall pick and tight end Hunter Long. I'll be honest with you, Patriots could have matched that.
Well, you called, remember? Wildes, you forget some of your best takes.
Oh, what was this one?
About midway through the year, you were like, is Jalen Ramsey still Jalen Ramsey?
So that's what I asked Josh. I said, hey, Josh, is Jalen Ramsey good? And here's what he said. The last 3 seasons, he used to be very good. And then 2022, the completion percentage went way up. Touchdown interceptions went way up, 7-4. Passer rating against Jalen Ramsey, way up to 99.
There it is. But I do think people think he could have a bounce back year, but he was not great. This was his worst year of his career. Let me say this real quick. Rams, do it or don't, but I got places to be, as Marlo Stanford once said. You should do something with Matt Stafford. You should do something with Cooper Kupp. You should do something with Aaron Donald. You should rip the Band-Aid off entire. If you want to get back to another Super Bowl,
Sean McVay,
you should go from bleep them picks to need them picks and try to regroup. For the Dolphins, we can talk about that another time. I wonder if the Bills missed their window. I'm just saying.
Okay, Josh Allen 3-0
again. If the Bills missed their window.
I like the trade. I think it makes the Dolphins a very formidable team. Like everyone's talking about how Jalen Ramsey has fallen off. Okay. But you tell that to a Jalen Ramsey that's going to Miami, that's playing alongside Xavier Howard, who is their top corner.
With Vic Fangio.
With Vic Fangio as their defensive coordinator. He's going to put you in better positions. And naturally, the competitor in him believes that he's the best corner on the team. Yeah. So you're going to get the best version of Jalen Ramsey. Like, so for all of us who are saying, yeah, but he's not the same. No, he's not the same. And they're not expecting him to be the same. They just know that he'll be better than any second guy that they have. Do we know?
And it's cheap.
Exactly. Do we know who their second corner was last year?
What?
Most don't.
Right. Well, Byron Jones was.
He was, but he's gone. He's gone now. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey, are you kidding me? Buffalo.
I think right now they're the best team in the AFC East.
Wow.
Assuming Tua is healthy.
What?
Look, last year they split
You're
with
the Bills guy.
No, I'm not the Bills guy. I picked them last year. That doesn't mean I'm the Bills guy.
What
you the Cardinals guy? What? Are you the Cardinals guy?
Got hurt.
Are you the Raiders guy? No, I mean, look, they played a Buffalo to a split last year when Tua was healthy. Then they lost to him by 3 points in the playoffs with Skylar Thompson was at the third string quarterback.
We should have spent more time on this. Your earpiece isn't in. Hub's yelling at us that we got to go. We should spend more time about Brew abandoning the Bills.
No,
Mr.
I don't pick with feelings. I'm not up here as a fan with
like having a fish on the desk.
And I'm picking the same team every year. I analyze this stuff.
Josh Allen is undefeated against Jalen Ramsey.
I didn't say they're not making the playoffs. I didn't say they're not making the playoffs. I said I think Miami now wins the division.
Wow. I don't even know who you are.
Y'all just got to get the pom-poms out here. Let's get the banners and let's just cheer. Let's cheer for our team. I'm up here dropping facts.
What were the facts? He wasn't good.
There were no facts. 0 facts dropped.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.